Gen Z keeps getting called entitled young people, unprofessional, too soft, too picky to work. Oh, and we're also all addicted to doom scrolling or some type of thing that's preventing us from working. What if everyone is just wrong? Because the reality is really that Gen Z can't find work because the jobs we were promised barely exist the way they used to. Society keeps telling us that everyone is hiring, that they need more workers, but that line is based on broad numbers. As recently as this past month, US unemployment was 4.3%, which sounds like a damn lie, but it's not. And in that same report, 4.5 million people are only working part time for economic reasons. And we have 6 million people who aren't even in the labor force who still want a job. So even when the economy looks okay, we all know it's not, and a lot of people are still stuck on the outside or underused. My uncle, for example, is a hiring manager. This man straight up told me there's over 1,000 applicants for 2 slots on his team. And that's the first scam of this whole conversation. When people hear low unemployment, it sells this idea that the opportunity is everywhere, but that is not the same thing, and it has not been for a while.
Figure this
Yo, I
out.
really don't need you on my bumper right now, man.
Look, you angry. I get it.
Cool.
We all feeling Billy.
Leave me alone!
The biggest issue for Gen Z is not just jobs, it's entry level jobs. The first entry of the ladder is weaker than ever. These same jobs are being replaced by computers, and now a company can post a role, but that does not mean they're gonna pull people in. They'll hire less than 5% out of the majority qualified people since the criteria is so low, but the need for a job is so high. Posting can't just become a paycheck. According to the New York's federal labor market, conditions worsened for recent college grads at the end of 2025. Their unemployment rate just climbed to about 5.7, and their underemployment rate rose to 42.5%, the highest since 2020. The cough cough. Mind you, we're talking about New York, massive city, millions of people, lots of jobs. That means even the young people who did what they were told to, went to school, got their degree, tried to be responsible, are still ending up in jobs that don't really use that education. And underemployment is defined as college graduates that are working in jobs that typically do not require a degree. So like flipping patties and shit. Catch this, right? Imagine spending years being told college is your way in, which, we should have just known better, right? Because we could all just be doctors and lawyers and things of that nature. Or, we could have just not listened at all. Best part is, for those of you that didn't do those things, that didn't do max difficulty, y'all get to graduate into a market where the reward is being overqualified at a register.
You want extra mac sauce with that?
One of the most infuriating parts. The market keeps telling us to start somewhere, but that somewhere now asks for 2 years of experience. You gotta have your interview skills on lock, know somebody with some power, can't forget the internship, and often you need a degree. Wait, you got a bachelor's? I got a bachelor's.
The unemployment rate with Gen Z is so high because you're just lazy. All you have to do is take your resume into the establishment and they'll give you a job on the spot. Hi, my name is Morgan. I see you also have your hiring sign up that you've had it for the past 3 months. I have my resume here. I was wondering if I could talk to a manager about hopefully applying for the job. Oh, well, everything's online and our hiring manager will get everything to you from there. Oh, okay, yeah, well, I have already applied online and I didn't hear anything. And then I called up here last week and spoke to someone that said they were going to give my name to the hiring manager because the hiring manager only works 2 hours of the whole week. So I just wanted to come in here and show my face and maybe speed up the process a little bit. Well, you probably haven't heard back because we're not hiring anymore. And how are we supposed to know that? I don't know, but we're not hiring anymore. Oh, you're not hiring? No, we're not. So then why is the sign still? It's just up. I don't know. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Don't even bother, because the so-called beginner role ain't even a beginner role no more. Even entry-level postings have been falling since 2022, while applications per role keep going up. Now layer in AI, oh my goodness. Chat, Claude, Gemini, the big three. Hiring has become a machine fight. Employers use automation to screen and rank their candidates. So we got future employees AIing through school and resumes, and employers AIing through the selections of who's going to work for them. Now, Gen Z is not just competing with other humans, we're competing with people mass applying, being filtered by the thousands through a process that feels inhuman before a real person even gets to see them. If bots are screening resumes written for bots, then of course people are wondering why we feel invisible. Older generations had more roots where a company would hire you, teach you, shape you, and let you grow into that role. because they couldn't just mass farm and go through a bunch of people without any actual searching. But nowadays, a lot of firms want immediate output. There is less patience for overall training. And with our generation, we have to compete and polish ourselves constantly just to have a chance for a stable career.
I've been laid off. I don't have a fucking job. I'm unemployed. I have no income. Oh, I'm so fucked. Let's go to Starbucks. I think it's time that I go through all my DMs and I respond to all the sugar daddies wanting to give me money. Can I pay for? You can pay for my bills. When he goes, what would you spend the money on? Your nails or your rent? Rent and insurance, because I'm gonna not have insurance soon. I feel fine for like 30 minutes and then I start crying again. No, I feel like such a failure. I've been juggling content and a full-time job for over a year now. And if you're watching this, it would mean the world to me if you followed me and liked my stuff. I put a lot of time and effort into them, and I'm gonna be putting even more time and effort into it now. Really all I have. We're gonna find something better. It's gonna work out because it has to, you know?
Then if Gen Z struggles, there's this idea that we just don't want to work and that we're expecting too much. Whole time, these jobs expecting too much from me. I mean, a little side rant, but if you're already making it hard to get the job, what do I look like sacrificing my well-being for your company? No, damn well we don't care that much. Most of us is just trying to make our money, hopefully own something more than a vehicle, and be able to afford a family. But we getting closer to dystopia by the day. Some of the criticism hits sometimes, but it becomes dishonest when people are ignoring the actual job market. A generation can have flaws and still be getting set up. Two things can be true at once. So we can't find work not because we're just cooked doomers, but when we're walking into a job market that looks open from far away, but we're getting doors slammed in our face. I'm better off starting a rap career at this rate. The jobs are more competitive, the hiring is worse, the process is just garbage, and the so-called entry level is barely entry level anymore. And just to add a little seasoning on all of that, society will continue to blame the youngest workers for not climbing fast enough. How about you come build me a staircase with a railing and carry me up there? You know them wheelchair Johns, the wheelchairs where you go and then you go up. It's like, how about you come do that for me in real life? Gen Z isn't crazy. We never been crazy. We just seeing it for what it is. And we just responding rationally to an irrational job market that needs to be changed. So maybe the real question isn't why Gen Z can't find work, but maybe it's why society keeps telling us to build a future in a system that barely wants us to train for one.
Go subscribe to the second channel, go follow the Instagram, and go follow the TikTok. I got this new plant. Her name is Sonder. Say hi to Sonder. It's Sonder. Don't misspell it. Bye now.
Wow, that was so powerful. Academy Award.